Okay. Okay. I didn't really prepare. So I just kind of clicked go live without really thinking about it. Usually I like have like a just like a like a pep talk, all that shit. I don't really do that. Why is my battery not fully charged? Huh? That's weird. That is weird. That is weird. That is weird. That is weird. You're weird. You're weird. I'm not weird. You're weird. You're weird. I'm not weird. You're weird. Sorry, just talking to myself. Thought that nothing could go wrong. Okay, let me put it in the Discord. Stop fucking around. Maybe I should put @stream notifications before the YouTube link, so that people know what it is when it shows up. You know what? That would have actually probably been a good thing to start doing like 20 fucking years ago. But here we are regardless. Anyway, so where we left off last time, we were we got the windows done in the bar. We got the chairs have physics objects, so that's cool. That wasn't that hard. Some of them just don't like to collide with each other though, which is like that one and this one, just like there's something about them that specifically they just don't like to collide with each other. I think it's this one specifically. Just doesn't get the mission, The bottles work. They don't stand up on their own, but they work. However, you can push them through the ground fairly easily. So there is that. But overall, like the physics do work overall. It's not like the greatest thing ever. Like obviously we have 3 chairs that end up getting stuck together, and this one goes through it. But honestly, like if you were probably just like playing the game, as long as we work out like somewhat the problems, I don't think like it's gonna be that big of a deal. Also, this one kind of has a mind of its own. It drifts. They all have personalities. We should honestly name them. Honestly, kind of wish I went to the bathroom before I started stream. That would have probably been a good idea. But anyway, yeah. So the bottles sometimes do fall through the wall. Like if you push the bottle to the wall, it can go through it. Now it's not wanting to, but also we can go under the bar, which is sucky. It's because when we traverse the BVH, we are only traversing it as a point rather than the full object. The full hole. So that's why it does that. But yeah. But yeah. Is this fully written in C or C++? This is C. I don't really write C++ unless I'm trying to get a job. I feel like that's kind of the point of C++. Anyway, the windows make it so that baking light maps takes fucking forever. So I think we're just going to rip the windows out for now while we iterate on it, because how do I rate your first game? I did see it. And I did read it. I think it's cool. It does print out all of the information. I think what would be cool though is if you could simulate the country's like economy, kind of like Civilization, where like maybe just for like one country over like a number of years. I don't know how to do anything like that. I was gonna do something like that. I had an idea for a game where it was like kind of similar to like that, like a life simulator, where you have like basically maybe like 100 to 1,000 data points for like people in a country, and they all are generating art and crime and things like this. I think that would be a cool idea for a game, is like this kind of autonomous sort of thing going on. Oh, I didn't flip the normals on this, did I? Oh, I didn't even fill this in. Oh. Well, let's just do that real quick, although that's not like my favorite thing to do in the world. Filling this shit in. It is quite painful, I'm not gonna lie. We gotta turn on wireframe for this shit. So I did some like limited research on what I should be doing in terms of texturing for like my visual style that I want to go for, which is like Argento, Giallo, Martino sort of thing. Because those are Sato, like these like really high saturated neon psychedelic type of filmmakers that have really inspired me. And so that's what I want to go for with the visual style of the game that I want to create. However, I think like PBR in general just kind of naturally works against what I want to do. And so I think what I'm going to have to do is be a bit innovative with the materials and things like this. I think I should lean away from using pre-made like image textures and instead generate them procedurally, maybe even in Blender. I was just like briefly tested, what if I procedurally generate them in Engine? And immediately I was like, okay, this is awful, because then our lightmap baker isn't going to work, and it's just not. We have to pre-compute them. We have to find a way to pre-generate them. And so what I think I'm going to do is just play around, I think, today with stuff in Blender, like the shader stuff. We're going to fork it here and just test out some stuff. We're just going to test out some stuff because, for example, the cushion, I think that the cushion is already pretty cool, but the stool wood is like a really big, like a thing for me that I really don't like the wood for the stool. It is way too much like nasty light colored wood. It's just not bold enough, the color. And so I think we just try to, even if it doesn't look like wood, we try to generate something that looks a bit better than this currently. So that's what I'm going to try to do. Because right now this looks like kind of like balsa wood nastiness. And so yeah. But yeah, so let's just try to get rid of everything. And let's try something here. So I think we have to start with noise. I know that Voronoi is good for clouds, so I think I'm going to try this. And see what we can do with just this. WhatsApp. Well, I have like the physics for the stools working and the bottles and everything. The problem is that they just don't look cool enough. And so I'm just going to play around with like procedural texture making until I get something that is actually that I like. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Maybe 2D? No, that only does 2 colors. Okay, so maybe I should look up how to make like Woody from space dev to bar dev. Yeah, that is true. This bar is, I like this bar, man. Like when I started making it, I was like, this is gonna be a disaster, but I like it. I think that the textures just need to be worked on. Yeah, this Google search from last night. How do you duplicate a window with molding into the slots of other windows in Blender? That was my Google search. Because we did the windows yesterday. The windows are cool. But they have so many polygons that it slows us down, so I disabled the windows. It slows the lightmap baking down by like probably like 3 times as long to bake a lightmap because of all the polygons on the fucking windows, which is stupid, but whatever. I looked this up before. So, Node Wrangler. No, we're not doing that. Add a texture coordinate and a mapping node and link object to vector. Okay. So let's see. Let's try the Google AI overview, steps, and then we can go from there. This is a good like starting point, I guess. So it says to get a texture coordinate and a mapping node. I've never used either of those, so I'm just going to be completely honest. I've never used either of those. Texture coordinate and mapping node. Okay, so here's texture coordinate, and we need a mapping node. Okay, it's not in there. A mapping node. I don't know what either of these do. Just to be completely honest. Okay, I missed it somehow. I'm not gonna lie, I do forget where M is in the alphabet. Is it not UV map? Is that what it is supposed to be? I don't see it. Oh no. Maybe it's in math or vector? Oh, it is. It's in vector mapping. Okay. All right. And link object to vector. Link object to vector. Okay, there we go. Add a noise texture. Okay, that one's an easy one. Add a noise texture. I'm guessing FBM. After the mapping node and set its scale to around 2. Scale to around 2. Detail to 8 and distortion of 1. Okay, distortion of 1. Add a color ramp between the noise texture and the principled BSDF. Okay. Color ramp. Okay, here it is. Blender is a whole career path. Yeah, it's insane. I've always sucked at Blender, but it's like it's such a I don't know how you're supposed to how are you supposed to make an engine and then make a game? Like, bro, like you have to it's not just that you have to program, right? The programming is the easy part. Like, what the fuck is this, bro? What is this? How are you supposed to know all this? I don't know. It's like, it's just too much shit. Okay, adjust the mapping scale on one axis to a higher number. Mapping scale on one axis to a higher number. 6 or 15. Okay, so what do it didn't say what I should plug it in. I'm guessing vector goes into vector here, and then color goes into, or factor goes into factor, yeah. And then color goes into base color. Okay, I don't see fucking anything. I'm not gonna lie. I see actually fucking nothing. Take off normalize? That's kind of cool. Maybe I'm supposed to have normalize on? Maybe I need to like up the detail? No? Okay, up the scale. Okay, upping the scale seems to work. Upping the scale does seem to work. Upping the scale seems to work. And what about distortion? Oh, distortion going high seems to work as well. Oh yeah, that looks like wood to me. That does look like wood. That kind of gives a wood feel. Yeah. It's hard to know because maybe you got a UV unwrap it again. I don't know. Okay, but we have to change the color of it though, which is the problem. I think that we can just do it here. Base color ramp. Diffuse roughness. Okay, so maybe I need another thing in the middle here where I combine color or something like this. Combine color, mix color. Mix values by a factor. Maybe it's combine color. No, it's not that. It's not that. That's for maybe it is mixed color. I need to make it like wood color is what I need to do. Okay. So I need another add color RGB curves, color ramp. Input color. Okay, there we go. This is looking like a lab experiment at this point. This is we're really going down the. Okay, stop clicking that. We're really going down the rabbit hole. Okay, so now we hook up the color and like make it like brownish, and then just do this, right? Okay, there we go. There we go. I'm honestly surprised that we haven't gotten to the point of like, you know, crashing out yet. Very surprised. Okay, so then we change the factor to like this, and now we just make it dark. Maybe mix color isn't the best way to doing this. I don't know. Maybe multiply. No, it can't be lighten. No, yeah, it can't be add, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that doesn't seem so bad, does it? That doesn't seem so bad at all. Okay, now before we do anything else, I kind of want to see what this is like in engine before we do anything else to it, because that's what we care about. We don't really care about you know, how it looks otherwise. Okay, this still has the same thing, so I must have exported it as a different name, which is bar 6. Bar 6. Oh my god. It didn't export the texture. Okay. Oh, because I probably need to bake it. That's what I need to do. Okay, so how we do this is we go to here. We go to is it in cycles? Is that what I need to do? I think I need to go to cycles is what I need to do. Okay, go to cycles, then we go to bake, and then we bake diffuse. And just bake color into this image texture. And then click bake. Oh, do I have to make a new texture? Wood diff. It's gonna be 512 because 512 supremacy. Wood diff and then bake. No active and selected image texture node for. Yeah, I don't want to bake the cushion, bro. I just want to bake this. Okay, now we just plug that in. And fake user, I think we have to do. I think. And then export it like this. Okay, let's see. Okay, there we go. The windows, we exported the windows with the with the Boolean modifier thing. So my bad on that one. Oh yeah, I fuck with this way more. Yeah, I like this a lot. Because it doesn't look really like wood, but it has a real. It kind of gives the chair like a lipstick sort of feel, you know? I like it a lot. I like it a lot. See, this is what it's all about, you know. Fucking with things, making it and now they don't have physics components. Why? Why do they not have physics components now? Oh god, why do they not have physics components? I'm gonna lose my mind. They do have physics components. What? What? They do have physics components. Oh, I didn't export with custom properties. That would be why. Include custom properties, visible objects. Can I just add this? The operator presets never work though, so now let's see if I think that this will do it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I love how it gives it this like lipstick sort of feel. Is quite cool. It's quite cool. I do kind of want to make the light a bit brighter and in the center, just so that, you know, it's just so that it's less, it's lights up things more, you know what I mean? And the intensity for it, I think I just want to make it brighter in general. So everything just goes to, like, you know, more than what it was previously. Something like that. Just so that we can see it better. Yeah, there we go. I want to make it a more natural light, so let's just make it 0.6, 0.55, 0.55. Cool. Okay. So we made our own texture for this. It honestly looks a lot better in Engine than it even looks here, so that's cool. I wish this thing, I don't know how to do this to get that looking not bad, but whatever. Okay. So now to try the rest of it. Okay, so the problem is that the building itself is kind of just like a box, which is, I think, a bit of a problem for us texturing it. Like, it shouldn't be just a box because it makes things look a little bit juvenile and like shitty. So probably not a box is probably a good thing to do with. So what to do? I thought about brick. I thought maybe bricks for the walls, and then, but I don't know. I think wood on the floor might be too much wood, you know. But if it's a different type of wood, maybe it's fine. But trying to think, like, the places I've been, you know, the bars that I've been to. What were the floors? a lot of them just have the cheap kind of like whatchamacallit, the cheap plastic tiling, you know? Not like just like tiles, but like the just like the I don't know what it's called. Like the flat cheap kind of like paperish tiling. I don't know what it's called on the floor, which is like shiny and like um kind of like this color, but not really, not like concrete, right? So that's just the places that I've been in. What the floor has been like, just in general. You got me wrapped around your. Okay, so new material. I'm gonna call this one floor. Yeah, I don't even think that this one needs like a lot of noise. I think that it's just a really smooth surface. So it's like super low roughness with some metallic. And as long as it's just like, a tiny bit not that color, and then this is fine. And then we just bake a normal map for it. And we should make some noise to do this. The last time, what I did with how I baked the normal map last time was that I actually put it into displacement, and then I baked it like that somehow, and that ended up a lot better than putting it into just the raw normal. Wow, that's cool. Yeah, this is kind of what Voronoi looks like, is because it's because this is what they use for clouds. This is what I used for clouds. Yeah, when you put it into normal, it does like actually nothing. I don't know if that's intended or if that's just how it is. Anyway, yeah, I don't think that that's. I think that we should just do FBM. BC specs, it's a Surface Book 2. I don't have a computer, really. I do everything from a Surface Book 2. Yeah, that's kind of cool. See, it is different from when you just put it into normal, you know? When you put it into displacement, it's different. And then I baked it from displacement, I think, is how I did it last time. Try Alt and then try to drag mouse to invert, then press F4. Are you 12? I program 8 hours a day, at least. Do you think that I'm fucking stupid? In terms of like how computers work, do you think I'm dumb? That was insulting. How I'm doing fine. I know you're trying to mess with me, but like I'm not brand new to this. I think you want something kind of subtle. Yeah. Have I ever done any LLM ever? I mean, yeah. I don't hate AI. I just think it's shitty that it steals people's jobs. But yeah, I've used it. I've used it a bunch actually. But like, have I let it write code for me? No. But as a thing to like talk to get ideas from, sure. That the base will be too textury? I'm not sure. I'm not like a Blender guy. But I'm just trying to see what I kind of want to make is like, you know, that like cheap kind of plasticky floor that like kind of distorts up and down. Like that's what I'm trying to go for with the floor. But I don't really know how to make it. I think that this is it is too much. It is kind of too much though. That you are right about. Maybe I should put it in normal and then just like keep it like this. And then make it like this. It's hard to tell. That's the thing that I hate about Blender is viewing things in Blender is just so miserable. Like it doesn't really it's never really good. I think you kind of want a roughness of 0, yeah. Okay, let's just give it a shot. Why not? It isn't factor, right, that you put into normal? No, I don't think so. I think that it's color because then you get the 3D in it. Give it to matte and then you can add a continuous plastic theme. What do you mean by continuous plastic theme? What? What is that? What is that? Is that a thing? Or are you just fucking with me again? Oh no, it's not floor diff. Want it to be cheap broken plastic? Yeah, kind of. Kinda, yeah. If I give it a matte finish, how do I give it a matte finish? Maybe I should look this up. Select your object, go to materials, and add a new material, blah, 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 blah. It says to just set the roughness to high. But I was looking for kind of like a shiny floor, so that's why I set it low. But it says to set it to high. But I was looking for like a kind of like a yeah, maybe I should just set it to high. Then it can't be shiny if I want it broken. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. There was this bar that I used to go to in it was called The End, the something end. It was like this sports bar that had this floor that was shiny but also like really shitty. Like it was like this dark kind of black floor, but it would reflect the lights, but it was also like that shitty plastic that like I forget, I don't know what it's called, but that they have somewhere. I wish that there was a way to have both, but we can try both. It's not like the end of the world if we can't do both. Yeah. We can just bake this and then see what it looks like, and then if I don't like it, then we can do something else, I guess. But and rough, that makes it look messy. Yeah, basically. Yeah. Oh wait, this baked the whole thing though. I didn't want it to bake the whole goddamn thing. I think that it baked it into here too. Yeah. Yeah, I think I have to open the old thing for it. Is it not even in here? It might be in a different folder, I guess. Okay, this is the same folder. Yeah, there we go. You gotta first make it shiny, and then add the plasticky them to it, and then merge. Okay. I don't think that this baked properly. Or maybe it did. And we just turned it down to the point where it's like you can't see it. Oh no, yeah, this didn't bake properly. I think that I baked it to the wrong thing. I think it baked to the wrong thing. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I'm making a such preparation. Yeah, maybe I should. I don't know. Maybe I should. We can just see what this one looks like in engine, and then I should probably fake user it. I think that you have to do that. Okay, let's try it. Huh. Yeah, it seems like quite literally the right half of it just. You sat outside with your cat? That's cool. Alright, thank you, Abdullah. I hope that you have a nice day. Yeah, I saw that you messaged me about that. I think that's cool. I don't really know what that is. Are you talking about the sampling? That's the sampling distribution? It really didn't bake it like how I wanted, to be honest. Or maybe it did, and the diffuse just isn't. What is the diffuse for this texture? I just have a base color on it. It's distribution in a sphere. Yeah, that's what I assumed. But is it like, I don't know, I just do the uniform sphere thing. I just basically iterate for the amount of Let me try plugging it into displacement. Just to see. You need this full sphere without a normal. I don't have a normal either, and I think that uniform hemisphere is a full sphere though. Or maybe I do have Fibonacci sphere then, because I have the golden rule constant or whatever that is. That's what I have. It bakes it like this. Maybe. Oh, maybe it's maybe I need to UV unwrap these faces specifically. Maybe that's what it is. It takes a golden ratio. Yeah, that's what I have. Yeah, that is what I have. Is that what you're talking about? Okay, now we can. Is this? This is with 0 roughness, 0 metallic. Yeah, it's definitely not as exaggerated as I need it to be. It's definitely not as exaggerated as I need it to be. Yeah, that looks like exactly what I have. Yeah, that's what I have. Yeah, that is what I have. I think that's called. I don't know. I think that it is uniform sphere or something like that, or at least that's what it was when I looked it up. But probably the proper name is Fibonacci sphere. Yeah, that's exactly what I have. I don't think that there is a normal map for this. Yeah, there is no normal map on it. Oh, because I didn't plug it in. Okay, there it is, yeah. I don't know why I exited. See, it still goes black on over here. Yeah, I think that that's what you should do, yeah. Let me see this. Run the image through a normal map node. sRGB to no color. Okay. So now maybe I bake it like this. Hey, what's up, Kafta? It was cool to read your PNG thing, your PNG loader. Okay, let's see it. Okay, this well, like, it's like, well, this isn't what I want. This is not what I want. Maybe I have to, like, create a new image. Non-color. Make sure that it's non-color before I do this. What if I change the strength down? How I thought of it, I thought that it was really cool. I did read it. You know, the stride stuff and the compression stuff. You know, I don't really know much about that stuff personally, but it was cool to read. This doesn't look like a normal thing though. Like let me see just albedo. The Z-lib compression center. Yeah, it seemed pretty interesting. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the problem is with this. Let me see if I'm doing anything wrong here. Okay, so I'm supposed to put it into... I'm supposed to put it into a bump node. Okay. So I'm supposed to put it into a bump node. Bump node. I don't know why a bump node. You're supposed to do selected to active. Okay, so let's just try to do this one more time. No valid selected objects. You're lying. No valid selected objects. The fuck are we talking about, bro? I hate Blender. I officially fucking hate Blender. No valid selected objects. What? Oh, keep selected to active unchecked. Okay. I did it the other way around. Okay. So that's different this time. Okay, so now we hook it up. And we export it. And then we're lovely happy. We're happy, we're happy, we're happy. Okay. I don't know why I exited, because I can just, I have hot-loaded shaders, so. I keep streaming late at night. I'm sorry that it's late at night for me too. My sleep schedule is fucked up. Yo, what is this? Why is this so weird? Like, why are these like black, yellow spots in here? Oh, I turned off normalize. I think I turned it off by accident. Oh well, that would probably cause that, yeah. That would possibly cause that, yeah. Let's see if the. Okay, well that looks a lot better. That automatically looks a lot better. I think I unclicked it by accident a long time ago, and okay, but now there's just this dark spot here again. God fucking damn it. I'm just making it less and less defined every time. God, it was so easy to do this with the fucking, with the wood texture, but for this, I want to make a disco ball. Really bad, actually. I mean, why is it just here that doesn't huh. Maybe it's the UVs, maybe. I don't really know. Might be the UVs. But then again, like, why, if it was the UVs, then why do the normals look fine here? How many samples do I plug into my sphere? I have anywhere between between 120 to 300 for a good probe bake. But then again, my probes are 360, like, but oh, your FPS, yeah, but that's why mine are done offline. It's not even the normal though. That's the problem. Because as you can see here, the normal isn't even dark over here. Um, I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Let's try getting rid of this, I guess. It's weird because when I check the normal map itself, it looks fine. See, like, why is it white? Yo, what's up, Vic? How do I save this? How do I save it? Do I need to save it? Is that what I'm missing? In the image editor or UV editing workspace, click image, save as. No, it's still. Why is it blue? I'm just testing stuff. The normal map should be blue for everything, but it's not for the floor. For the floor, it's white. So it's almost like the base color is infecting the normal. Because that's the base color. Like if I change the base color to red, re-export it. No. At this point, I might just fucking ask S Jarvis, because this is, and I set it to non-color. I set it to non-color. You'll just accumulate the samples. Yeah, that seems good. I feel like you can probably do it with less samples though. Do you use for the OpenGL window? I use STL too. I use STL too. Okay, let's see if we can follow Jarvis and try this again. Okay, so clear the texture. I don't know how to clear it. I just know how to create a new one. Let's just at this point. No, don't do that. Are my normal maps done without alpha channel? Maybe that's the problem. Maybe all of my normal maps have 3 channels instead of 4. And I'm somewhere assuming that. Okay, so let's just bake it without alpha then. So let's try baking it without alpha. We set it to non-color. That's what we need, right? We do this, right? First of all, move the base color to white. SDL, the logic manager as well, or the interactions done through SDL. Through OpenGL. SDL gives you button events. It gives you windowing events so that you know when a button is pressed. You know, those sorts of things. But I mean, of course, like your application is your logic. You know, in terms of like what you're gonna do with that information. Okay. It says that it baked it in world object space instead of tangent space, but obviously I have it set to tangent, so I don't know what the fuck the problem is. I might just try to put it into displacement and then see if this bakes better. No, just put it into here. I might the next thing that I might do is I might just try to bake it for the whole building and then see if that. Oh my god, it works. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, is it over? Is it fucking over? Can we like go back to living happy, living life happy, and enjoy everything? All right, see you, Bick. Oh my gosh, it's over. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Yes, 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 yes. Oh no, I didn't put a normal map in when I exported it. Oh my god. Bro, it's not over. What is it, the alpha channel? I don't know, it wasn't over. So, yeah, it's I don't know. There's something wrong with it. I might just try. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set the whole building to floor. Assign floor to it, and then just bake the whole thing. Just bake the whole thing, see if it works. Oh, circular dependency, yeah. Yeah. Why does it look like this didn't bake properly? It looks bad. Whatever. Let's see it. Did it bake? Oh, I didn't plug it in again. Like, the fuck are we talking about, bro? I think you probably have to UV unwrap this first again. That's probably what you have to do. Probes are easy. Probes are really easy. Yeah, like it just, the whole thing is fucked. The whole thing is fucked. I don't believe in this thing. I don't know. I don't believe in it. It's like, Okay, let's try this. Okay, so let's just go back, and it's telling me good advice here, which is to apply all transforms to it before doing this stuff. This might be the thing. Apply all transformations and then bake it. I have to bake it like this, I think. Okay. Bake it like this. Are you fucking with me? Like, seriously, are you fucking with me? Try swapping Y and Z. No. Try swapping X and Z. No. I literally don't fucking get it at this point. I legitimately don't fucking get it. I don't fucking get it. I don't know. I don't fucking get it. I'm pissed off because my pipeline is correct and this is wrong. My pipeline works with every fucking single thing except for this fucking texture for some reason. Unless we're just not loading the texture properly. Load everything with sRGB, I guess. Everything with sRGB, yeah, it just gets more fucked up. So yeah, probes are good. Yeah, I think they're pretty good. Yeah. Loading floor norm. Alright, I don't know. I guess I'll figure this shit out later. I'm kind of pissed off at it, to be honest. Because I mean, I'm sampling the texture, and like it's like I don't know. I'm sampling the texture and it just doesn't want to. Like, why is there nothing on the texture now? Oh, I didn't set it to non-color first. Yeah, I just. Yeah, I don't really know how they do the shit with the visibility stuff. I haven't really had visibility problems with my probes, to be honest, as long as I place them really finely. And my ones that are within the walls hit the walls and accumulate light still. So it kind of helps with that. Last thing I'm going to try is just not times 2 minus 1. No. My fucking TBN is based on their fucking convention. If we ever go in here, then that would be a thing. But I don't think that we are. Unless I just don't have tangents for the floor for some, like, for whatever fucking reason. If I don't have tangents for the floor. But obviously we do have tangents for the floor. other things to determine which are to stop light leaning. Oh, that makes sense, yeah. It's so weird because if I view just the normal, yeah, like this is like too, the blue is too bright. Blue is too bright. I'm sure if I go original, normal, then yeah, it's just perfect blue. I don't know. I probably have to go eat dinner soon, but then I'll come back and I'll work on this. I don't know what it's just so bizarre. Because it's the normal map itself. It's not my tangent, my TBN. Because I've proven that by just going map normal and checking just this, and it just isn't correct. It just isn't correct. Like, it almost makes me want to like hard code within the GLTF itself a different normal map, and then see if somehow it's how it's fucking doing it. Floor norm. So let's just replace this just manually with plastered wall 04 nor GL 1K. And it works. So it is the normal map. It isn't my tangents. It's not my math. It is literally just not baking properly. It just bakes shitty. Like, this is like driving me fucking crazy. I almost wonder if I bake it in object space if it would work. Just out of pure curiosity. The floor is blue now. Yeah, the floor is blue because I hard coded it to be blue to use a different normal map. Well done, I fixed it. No, I didn't fix it. I hard coded it to be a different normal map just to make sure I was sampling a texture. So no, I didn't fix it. But I appreciate everybody for supporting me. I wish we could be done with this. I really, really do. It baked it as not blue this time, which is like a bad sign to me. Yeah, it's just like, what? I already applied all transforms, right? I already applied all transforms There's no transforms on it, right? No, there's none. Yeah, I don't know. I am stuck. I am stuck officially. Let's try just putting this straight into displacement and then baking it. Because this is how I did the wall back when I modeled the wall. I just plugged it into displacement and then baked it, and that worked. It needs to be a darker blue. Like, it's not dark blue. It's like white. It's like white blue. Every time I bake it. That is a decent blue. That is a decent blue. Oh my god, are we finished? I think we're finished. I think we're finished. I think we're finished. Okay, I'm never plugging in something into the normal ever again. I'm never doing that ever again. We're just going straight into displacement now. Fuck Google AI. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Fuck it completely. You plug it into displacement and then you call that shit a day. You call it a day. You call it a day. Okay, now time to put it back to what it was. Time to put everything back to what it was. Okay. Let's bake it. Okay, well now we're finished. Now we're finished. Oh my god. This is what we started with it plugged into displacement. And then fucking Google AI overview, when I was looking for help, was like, hey, put a bump thing here and then plug it into here. It's like, bro, this worked for me before and I should have just stick to my guns about it. But I didn't. So without a shadow, I'm lighting through the wall. Yeah, I don't have a lot of like leaking with my probes. Personally, just hasn't been a problem yet. See, this is what a normal map is supposed to look like. Yeah. Exactly. Now there are some spots that are too dark, I think. But yeah, for sure. You know why it looks weird, right? It looks weird because we don't have an R probe down. We don't have an R probe. As soon as you add an R probe, it's gonna look a lot better because it's made for an R probe this surface. Okay, why is the R probe not doing anything though? Why is the... What? What? Let me change everything to 0 roughness. Huh. Okay. Huh. I think it might be the fact that everything has a texture for diffuse, and so my raw albedo might be a bit weird with it. I don't know. It's good for searching stuff, but You know, it's not like I was asking it to fix a complex problem. I just want to know, how do I bake a normal map in Blender, which shouldn't be a complex fucking thing for it to be able to search and tell me the answer, you know? It shouldn't be. Yeah, I don't know why my specular isn't working on it. I don't know. On this material specifically. I could just add a temporary image texture to it just to see texture, image texture, and just like get like wood table worn diff, doesn't matter, just to see if that's what it is. Bro. Okay, there we go. So for some reason, when we don't have an image texture down, which to be fair is rare that you would have just a material that's just out like pure diffuse, then it doesn't the specular doesn't happen. It's like a PBR thing. Normal maps are just, in general, it's not a PBR thing. Normal maps are pretty important. Yeah. Yeah, so the specular does work. It just apparently requires an image texture on top of it. Also, the normal is kind of ridiculously strong, so we should probably change the strength down. But basically, the idea was I wanted to get like plasticky floor. So I think it serves that purpose. I just need to bake an image texture for it now. Looks very sticky. Yeah, it's just the normal map is just too strong, I think, and that's why. Looks very sticky. Yeah, I think you can also bake the diffuse texture based on it too, but we'd have to see. For now, what I want to do is I just want to, instead of having this bump, let's just get a color shader input no displacement normal map, and then feed the color into here, and then get the normal going out to there. And then that way you can change the strength down to like 0.2 or something like this. That isn't as intense. And then just change the scale to be really high so that it has like these creases in the floor. That's what I'm kind of looking for. And then less roughness. That's kind of what I'm looking for. So did you. Nice physics, by the way. Thank you. Yeah, I do have a physics engine, yeah. Yeah. I'm glad that it's working out for you. I'm going to take a break for dinner and then I'll be back for a long time. My sleep schedule is fucked up, so for a little while expect late night, long nights. Yeah, this takes forever to bake. Yeah, I just baked it. Yeah, I mean, I probably put it just like really too low. It's just hard to tell from here if you're supposed to have it lower because it really reflects so much. Down the green box. Yeah, in a sec. The green box is the reflection probe. Is the green box required? No, it should just show the diffuse, the light diffuse on it. But if the strength is really low, then it's just not going to show up at all, which is like, I don't want to waste time placing down the green box if there's going to be nothing. And then technically you could just like probably do the math here with the normal map and all this if you want to do it later. Okay, so that's a really okay, so maybe turning the strength up was a bad idea because now it's really strong. Yeah, this is like ridiculously strong. That's what I was worried about. Yeah. That was what I was worried about. I don't know why this why this is so finicky to get right. Oh, it's because it's not. Yeah, it's hard to tell with just the points, like where it is exactly. Yeah, I definitely should make it have less points, or have the lines so that you can actually see it. But basically, it bakes it in the middle. So if the middle isn't in the center of the space, then obviously. For some reason, this is like not baking properly, really. I wonder why. It like takes a while to get it baking for it. Oh no, it's because I don't have the diffuse texture, so it doesn't show up. Yeah. If we do the raw sample the probe without this, if I just do this, then it should show, then you see the reflection. But it's because this specular Yeah, I'm not sure why it doesn't show up. Yeah, well, whatever. So this is the final indirect, which you can obviously see the reflection. It's kind of hard to see because it's so dark in here. But yeah, I'm not sure why the final indirect doesn't really show up when you have it with the direct diffuse. You may have to regenerate a light map really quick and then see it. Yeah, with a light map, then you see it a little bit more. Kind of is just hard to tell though. Yeah, you definitely need a less of a thing. You could also set it to just our probe color, and now it's 100% reflection. But it does seem like the probes are just really not bright at all. Like, this is so dark. This is way darker than it should be. So the probes aren't probably working properly. So that's something that I also have to, I guess, figure out. Yeah. Yeah, I have to figure that out. Yeah, now this looks better because now yeah, this is what it's supposed to look like. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to look like. You have to bake it, with the lights all going, or else it's just too dark. I think that it should be more prominent though. Obviously on the things like the bottles, it's like more prominent. Yeah, I've got to make the normal map on the floors less ridiculous, for sure. The zebra is. I do like how when the light flashes, there's this bug where the specular is still there. And so if you just do this, right? If you just see the diffuse lighting, see how everything just like goes to black when the light goes to black? Yeah, so everything goes to black. But if you have the specular on top of it, when everything goes to black, it like basically has a negative. You see that? Because of the specular reflections are a probe that was baked, they don't actually go to black. So it's kind of like this weird effect, which isn't physically correct, obviously, but it's cool. So, you can also do something like you could also multiply it somewhat by the diffuse just to have it, but yeah. Yeah, cool. All right, I'll be back later. I'm going to take a break, and then I'll be back in like probably an hour to figure this out. So peace out.